Hey, I'm Carlos Garcia, and today we're getting into the second chance round of my top 25 bourbons of 2025 blind tournament. We're getting real close to finding out my top 5 of the year. Still blind to me. I don't know what bottles are in here. Technically, I should know 2 of them because you guys know, if you guys have been following along, I got sick after the first couple rounds. Now, you can put a gun to my head right now, and I couldn't tell you which 2 bottles came in second place from those rounds. I purposely tried not to remember. I kind of remember for the first place, or for the first, like the final round. But for this round, I don't remember which ones came in second place. Don't know what they are. Even if I knew the 2, I don't know where they are in this blind. It is blind to me. So you guys follow along. I'll put the pictures up there for you, so you guys know what I'm drinking. And we'll get right into the nose on A. All right, excellent nose on A. We have oak, dark cherry, toasty, marshmallow, peanut. So let's get into the nose on B. Okay, the nose on B. Strawberry yogurt, which is not a note I say often. Oak, red fruit, peanut butter, slight marker note. Okay, let's go to C. C is way more funky and earthy than the first 2, with some nuttiness and red fruit. Interesting. I wouldn't say it's my favorite nose. Let's go to D. All right, D. A good amount of the marker note, oak, nutty, dark cherry, vanilla, dusty, but I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, that's permanent black marker. That's not slight on that one. All right, so E on the nose. Again, that earthy profile, woody, dark fruit, rich nuts. So not like your cheaper nuts like peanuts. your nicer nuts. Earthy, sweet, brown sugar. Interesting that a lot of these have darker profile on the noses. Is that what I'm leaning towards? Or is this why they're in the second chance? I don't know. And as soon as I say that, we get something that's a little bit more bright in your face. All right, so F on the nose. Like I was saying, brighter, purple Jolly Rancher, sweet, purple grapes, oak, maple syrup. Definitely sweet with different sweetnesses with oak. All right, so let's get into the palates. First sip of the day on A, slight banana, oak, sweet, chocolate, cherry cola. And on the finish, nutty, specifically almonds. And I'm actually gonna say a little bit later about saying now. Candy almonds. Like, I don't know if they still do them at weddings, but back in the days, they always had those little candy almonds at weddings. Those. Vanilla, sweet, oak. Pretty good. Very tasty. About to grab the wrong glass. Second sip. All right, so second sip. I got some slight marker on the palate, but overall still very, very good. On the finish, that almondy note kind of got some of that chocolate note, and basically it was like a almondy chocolate bar. Pretty good, pretty good. One more sip. I love the finish on this. It's so good. All right, nothing new. Overall, still very good. There is that little bit of slight marker note. So as I go, I'm gonna score these. So I'm gonna score that like a 4.25. Again, scoring can change. Probably will. Let's go to B. Well, I love B. Red fruit, oak, vanilla, much brighter than A. Sweeter, nutty, specifically walnut, cherry. On the finish, vanilla, cherry, oak, sweet. This is definitely giving me older age vibes with the oak and vanilla, but it's so sweet. It's good. Really good. B's pretty good. So strawberry on the palate, vanilla wafers, and red fruit on the finish. I do really enjoy it. One more sip. So B is just that roller coaster of just amazing flavors. And so I do like it better than A. So I score 4.35. The linger is phenomenal. That is so good. Good proof point too. All right, let's go to C. Well, they keep getting better. That sip was intense. And that I wrote, I think, on both the palate and the finish. Intense, red fruit, oak, vanilla, red Jolly Rancher, nutty, thick mouthfeel. On the finish, savory, oak, intense, red fruit, peanut, vanilla. C is an intense and wonderful sip. I thought B was, pretty bright, but C is in your face for sure. Second sip. All right, second sip, nothing new. And I would say it's not the most complex, but the flavors there, powerful and delicious. One more sip, like the linger is still going. It's phenomenal. More of the same. I'm more conflicted now on how to score this. It's not as complex as say B was, but it's tastier than B. So I gotta score it higher, right? That's how I look at this. So I will score it higher, barely, with a 4.4. Man, these these scores are just keep going up and up and up. I might have to downgrade them all. Maybe I started too high. Let's go to D. All right, D didn't start off the best. I will admit this. Oak marker. Getting that permanent black marker note. Vanilla, rich, cherry, red apple, sweet, thick mouthfeel again, chocolate. I thought I wrote cheddar. I'm like, cheddar? What? Chocolate. Again, that marker note, not my favorite, but overall, a fantastic palette. But now we're nickeling and diming these things, so that might deduct a little bit. On the finish, dusty, oak, chocolate, red fruit, hazelnut, slight banana on the linger. Second sip. This is kind of what I was saying about C, where C is more intense, more flavorful, but not as complex. Where D is super complex, rich, delicious, but it has that marker note that kind of brings it down. But does it bring it down lower than C or the other ones? That is what I need to figure out. So nothing new on the second sip, just delicious. Oh boy. All right, one more sip. Man, each sip got better and better and less marker note. Man, it isn't as good as C. Initially, coming off of C, it was definitely lower scoring than C, because that marker note was much stronger in that first sip. But now, it's barely there. It is phenomenal. Did I score the same? I'll be going back and forth with all these. I'm just, I like to have a kind of a basis going back to them all. I really like D. So let's go to that 4.4. Really, I'm gonna like all of these. This is going to be a struggle, as you can see just after the first 4. I still got 2 more. Let's go to E on the first sip. E is so different than the other ones. There's a slight craftiness on E, which I didn't really expect. But woody, slight crafty, oak, vanilla, chocolate, sweet, dark, earthy. On the finish, oak, cinnamon, earthy, woody, nutty, dark fruits. Definitely seems to be way off profile from these other ones. Not that they're all the same, but definitely outside of the box. Second sip. All right, so second sip, dark fruits on the palate, and on the finish, got a little bit more crafty, red fruit, sweet. It's different, but good. I am enjoying it. Obviously, all these are gonna score, I'm sure, high. I'm definitely liking some other ones a little bit better, but there's still one more sip. Who knows what's gonna happen? I like that. It's a nice roller coaster of different flavors. Again, this is one of those bottles. Throughout the tournament, we've had a couple of these where this is a unique pour. We're doing the best bourbon of the year. Some of these are discussion of the best bourbon of the year for sure. This one's also very good, but it might be something that like you pour and have a conversation around, because it's that kind of uniqueness. So I'm gonna probably put it in last place as of now with a decent score. I'll put it a 4.1. It is very good. Some of these are just that tier of best bourbons you've ever had, where this is just like right below that. But it's good. The linger is really good. Let's go to F. All right, so F, right back into bourbon of the year conversation. Purple Jolly Rancher is the sweetness underlying the whole palate. If you don't like that note, sorry. I love that Purple Jolly Rancher note. When I get it, I get very excited about it. Purple Jolly Rancher, oak, sweet, rich, dark fruit, little smokiness, maple syrup. On the finish, oak, sweet, green Jolly Rancher, molasses. It is delicious. Man, this is gonna be tough. Second sip. That is phenomenal. Holy cow. Cinnamon on the palate, vanilla, rich on the finish. So good. Holy moly. Third sip. I love F, man. Okay, so I didn't write intense at all. It's definitely intense. I wrote it down. Intense, brown sugar, coffee on the palate, toffee on the finish. It is super complex. It is rich. It is thick. It is freaking delicious. I really enjoy F. So I think it's the best thing I've had today. So I'm going to score it that way with a 4.5. Now, it might be coming off of E. We'll see. E was the lowest scoring, so I'll definitely go back and forth and kind of figure stuff out. I'm going to take a break, drink some water, and come right back in here and figure out what is moving on to the final round. All right, took like 5-10 minute break, got some water, drank a bunch of water already, just got a new bottle. I hope you guys liked that little short. If you guys missed it, I did a little short before this video. One of those 2 bottles is in this round, whatever those bottles were. I knocked that out in like 2 minutes, which I'm pretty excited about. Because I recorded, it took like 15 minutes to record, and my wife's like, there's no way you're gonna get that down to under 3 minutes. Got it in 2 minutes, or right at 2 minutes, so pretty impressive on my part. Anywho, let's get into this. So I scored E in bottom, so let's go straight to E. Man, that nose is great. Oh boy. So again, if you're new here, What I do in this part is I drink water and I take basically 2 sips. Going back to E, which was in my last place of this group, freaking phenomenal. I got some vanilla and peanut butter on the finish, which I didn't have before. That is really good. I'm gonna bump this up to a 4.2, which is still in last place, but I'm curious when I go to, let's see, A was second lowest scoring, so we'll see how it compares to that. Maybe I'll drop A a little bit if E's better. Oh, water. Dummy. I gotta follow my own thing. A is very different than E, but it is better. I do enjoy it a little bit better than E, but they're very different from each other, which again, I thought E was by far the one outside of the box out of this group, so that makes sense. But A is just a richer, very complex, delicious pour. Am I gonna raise the score though? Because right now it's still in 5th place. We'll see. Let's go to B would have been the next one. Let's see if B is still better than A. We'll keep the scores the same. Interesting, I think I might like A a little bit more than B on this time. So let me A-B these real quick to figure out which one I like out of these two. It's possible that, because I'm looking at my notes here, the slight marker note kind of brought it down on A, but I didn't get the marker note this time. So let's go back to A. A's getting a little bit more banana forward. Nope, still on the palate. I said nope. I do like B better than A. So I'm gonna keep those two scores the same. I just had B on the palate. I do like better than A. That finish is significantly better for me. So now we have C and D that both score 4.4. So we went C, D, so let's go to D first. So D, the proof is definitely there. It was building up on the palate. On the finish, some peanut butter crackers, oh, I love that note. I'll keep the score of 4.4 on D. Now let's go to C and figure out which one I like better. So I got some slight purple Jolly Rancher and funkiness on the palate. Nothing new on the finish. I don't know if I like it more than D. Let's quickly compare these two. The C. I did score them originally the same, and so I just went from C, so let's go to D. I went to D, back to C. C is in front right now. I'll do it one more time. The thing that's hurting D from being like the best thing ever is that black marker note. At that time I like D better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause these because they're both neck to neck. I scored F the highest. It was coming off my lowest scoring, so I feel like this is going to be lowered right into this mix to make a 3-way freaking battle, which is only going to make my life more difficult right now. But let's go to F. Again, I'm just looking for one to move forward. So if F is significantly better than C and D, we can just end it right now, and that is freaking good, man. Holy cow. So the finish, I got marshmallow and cinnamon, which were notes I didn't have before. That is just so rich, delicious. I'm going to, okay, let me just take some of these glasses out of the way. We don't need A, we don't need B, and we don't need E. So we got C, we got D, and we got F. I know it's not centered. Sorry for people with OCD out there. I gotta figure this out. So let's go to, I just had F, so let's go to D. All right, so D and C, I just went D and then C. I like C better than D. And I know I've gone back and forth multiple times and each one has beat each other. That was basically a tiebreaker, so D is out. So now we have C and F. So let's go to F. It's crazy I didn't get that cinnamon note the first time around. I'm getting a lot of cinnamon on the finish now. Let's go back to C. I actually think I did like C more than F. And it just, you know, it's a 0.1 difference. Splitting hairs here. Yeah, C's currently ahead right now. Let's go back to F. All right, so C came back and took it all. All right, so I went back and forth a couple times, and C is a winner. I scored that 4.5, so I brought that up a 0.1, and I lowered F a little bit to a 4.45. F is still phenomenal. C is just, that intenseness is and flavorful. It's so good, man. Let's do the giveaway. If you want 1 ounce samples of all 6 bottles that were in this video today, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment with 2C for second chance, top 25. So 2C TOP 25. It's on the screen, count the letters. If you win, you gotta let me know what your lineup is here, because this was a crazy blind, and I can only imagine what the final round is gonna be. C is now gonna move on to the final rounds. Hopefully I have enough of this whiskey left. Just thinking in my head, it's like, man, I've been drinking so much of these same bottles that hopefully there's enough for the giveaways and everything. So we're doing 1 ounce samples. Let's go over them real quick. So in last place it was E with a 4.2, then A with a 4.25, and then B with a 4.35, and then D with a 4.4, and then F with a 4.45, and the winner was C with a 4.5. I don't know how if you were playing along at home and filled out a bracket on your own self. I know on Patreon we did a bracket thing, so I don't even know how that's going. Well, I think we'll find out actually after this video. So Patreon, after this video, I'll probably post something and kind of see who won, because I think we would know. Yeah, it's after this video we would know who won. If there's any ties, we'll try to figure that out, but I don't even know what's going on right now, so we'll figure that out when this video posts. If you're playing along at home, you know, we'll see how the brackets are. I'm hoping next year to do some kind of bracket thing where you guys can play along and kind of see if you can match my profile or whatever. But who knows if I'm even matching my own profile with these, so we'll see. This was very tough. I appreciate you guys watching all the time, and I love the comments. You guys are great. Don't do nothing stupid, and if you do, don't get caught. Bye.